beloved viewers. Welcome to this English News Edition. Here are the major stories. Resumptions of talks between Somalia and Somaliland. The 2024 budget approved after intense debate. And on the international scenes, in Liberia, at least 15 deaths and 10 to explosion. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, paved the way for resumptions of talks between Somalia and Somaliland, the head of the state, by providing a platform for discussion and mediations, open the way before the resumptions of talk between the Federal Republic of Somalia and Somaliland. Today, Thursday, at the Palace of the Republic, talks between Somalia and Somaliland resume a form of a direct meeting between President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and Musa Bihi by restoring dialogue between the two parties on one of the most important topics related to their future. It succeed of Djiboutian diplomacy under the auspice of President of the Republic helped break the silence between Somalia and Somaliland regarding the main point of disagreement between the two countries as an evidence of equal trust that the head of the state inspired between the leaders of Somalia and Somaliland. The parties' willingness between them since the year 2019 under the mediation. It was today, Thursday, the National Assembly held the third plenary session of its regular session. This is headed by the President of the National Assembly, Dileita Mohamed Dileita, in the presence of the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed and member of the government. The agenda was dominated by the studies of several draft law, which represent an important step in governance. The country's finance of the agenda in this session was discussed about the draft law number 32 for the year 2023 issued by the Night Legislation Body relating to determine the final system for the state budget for the fiscal year 2022, a draft finance law number 45 for the year 2023 issued by the Legislative Assembly 9 relating to the approval of the state's amended budget for the fiscal year of 2023. During the session, some members of parliament asked a question and inquiry related to the state's general budget, which were discussed today. The relevant members of government, these are the member of government concerned with providing detailed clarification on this issue, and they ask many questions related about the exchange law for detailed clarification respond, demonstrating commitment representative of the people in order to ensure the transparency. After that, the parliamentary session constituted an important step in the decision-making process in the country, which indicate and continued commitment about concerning the budget, the transparent and effective governance, the feature in-depth discussion on crucial financial issues, but also desire of a representative of the people in order to ensure the economic prosperity and well-being of the nation. This parliamentary session does mark a significant step in the country's decision-making process, illustrating the continued commitment to a transparent and effective governance in depth discussion on the issues crucial about the resources and testify to the will representative of the people and also the prosperity but also the well-being of national before entering into the deliberation. During this session, the President of the National Assembly welcomed the remarkable achievement of the National Committee, highlighting in a depth analysis of the draft initial finance law for 2024. He expressed, the President of the National Assembly, Mr. Dileita Mohammed Dileita, expressed on behalf of the entire Assembly a kind and optimistic wish for the future, emphasizing the importance of a sure responsibility in management of a public affair. The Speaker of the Parliament, Mr. Dileita Mohammed Dileita, stressed in his parliamentary speech the importance about the crucial to precisely define resources forecast and the expenditure for the fiscal year 2024. He stressed the need for a rigorous approach in the management of public finance to ensure the continued development of our country. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training hosted the signing ceremony of an agreement aimed at expanding secondary schools. This important event for the development of Mulud community, shared by the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud, with the participation of various actors, including senior officials in the ministry, the Japanese ambassador to Djibouti, and other guests signed the agreement that stimulate the construction of two classrooms and library for secondary school students born in Dakhel region. This initiative, supported by the ministry and Japan, aim to strengthen local education infrastructure. It is important to note that Japan is funding this project through the Small Enterprises Program, which indicates on Japanese commitment to the education in Djibouti. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, in his speech, praised the distinguished relation existing between our two nations and two people, examining and explaining the agreement contribute to the education efforts related in order to improve the educational system, conclude the Minister. Under the kind patronage of the Minister of Islamic Affairs and Endowment, Mr. Mumin Hassan Borre, the attach was established the religious ceremony at the Saudi Embassy in Djibouti yesterday evening. at the Sheraton Hotel held a ceremony dedicated to the conclusion of a ceremony. The activities carried out during the year 2023 corresponding to 1445. The ceremony took place in the presence of the ambassador of custodians of the two holy mosques in Djibouti, Mr. Faisal bin Sultan, the Dean of Diplomatic Corps, the Ambassador of the Republic of the additional guests to the member of Saudi delegation, the designed religious attached Mr. Mohammed bin Salman, and attached of other guests were invited for this event, which the religious and Saudi embassy has been organizing annually this event. In his speech, the Minister of Muslims Affairs, Mr. Mumin Hassan Bure, praised the effort made by the ambassador of the custodians of the two holy mosques in Djibouti in order to strengthen and deepen the fraternal relation and joint cooperation existing between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Kingdom and our countries in various files of common interest. The meeting hall of the National Radio and Television Cooperative hosted today, Thursday, the 28th this September, a meeting was held dedicated to strengthen and exchanging information about the ideas. The Somali delegation of the Heritage Institute and media professional in the media institution. This delegation consists of a directive and Heritage Institute for Political and Strategy Studies. The accompanying guests, the founder of the institute, Mr. Abdurrahman, and Somali journalist. The two sides discuss the principles of journalism, the foundation of the journalistic writing and journalistic technique applied by editors, the web and social media, but also the broadcasting corporation, journalists and national television, and various journalistic technique about searching for information. Then check it among them. It is the choice of sources. The Director General of the authorities, Mr. Aden Abdi, participated in this meeting to exchange the professional experience. The Chief of the General Staff of the Army Forces, Lieutenant General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, attended the meeting on Thursday at Hassan Gulait Schools for Army Forces in the city of Ali Sabih province, a closing ceremony of training courses of 422 members of a new batch from the various Army Forces, the National Gendarmerie, and the Coast Guard, in the presence of the commander of the Hassan Gulait Army Forces Schools in Ali Sabih, the Brigadier General Mohammed Jama, and a number of other military and civilian officials. The event include a member of the new Guardian class reviewing the various skills they had acquired. Courses such as self-defense and shooting of various weapons. his speech on this occasion, the commander of the Hassan Gulaid schools of the Army Forces in Holhol, General Mohammed Jama Qayad, stressed the importance of these training courses for the new batches of the Army Forces, which will contribute to enhancing the efficiency and performance of the Army Forces, pointing out at the same time that this session came within a policy framework about the institution's aim at enhancing the capability, but also call on the new batches to be up to require military service consisting of patience, endurance, continuous work with full dedications and sincerity and willingness to clarify their life to sake of security of the homeland and citizens to protect the country. The course director deliver and reveal the result of the courses where he obtained 118 and 122 trainee about obtaining the basic military certificate. The appreciation were distributed to the top 5 by the Chief General of Staff of the Army Forces, Lieutenant General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim. During this occasion, the Chief of General Staff of the Army Forces, Lieutenant General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, laying a wreath in front of the memorials to the fallen martyrs in the Square of Honor, in a step that reflected internal reflect and gratitude to these heroes who sacrificed their life in defense of sovereignty and nationalism.
في سبيل الله أمواتا بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون فرحين بما آتاهم الله من فضله ويستبشرون بالذين لم يلحقوا بهم ألا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون صدق الله العظيم. اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم واعف عنهم واكرم نزلهم. اللهم وسع مدخلهم وادخلهم الجنة واغسلهم بالثلج والماء والبرد. اللهم نور مقدم وعدل مشهدهم وضي مضجعهم. اللهم عامل بما انت ولا تعامل بما مالهم. اللهم اجزهم عن الاحسان احسانا وعن الاساءة عفوا وغفرانا. اللهم انزلهم منزلا مباركا وانت خير المنزلين. اللهم منزلهم منازل الصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. امين امين امين. واخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه وسلم. الفاتح.
And at the conclusion of the ceremony, the Harbi military band celebrate the occasion with a popular song and dances. For this occasion, the institution make a capability and enhance to be proud of the 22 top of these training courses of the new batches of the Army Forces. The National Human Rights Commissions and the International Organization for Migration in Djibouti officially conclude their agreement today, a decisive partnership by signing a cooperation agreement aimed at strengthening their cooperation in protecting human rights and human but also immigration support. The documents were signed by the President of the National Council for Human Rights, Mr. Ali Soubane, and the head of IOM mission in Djibouti. This memorandum of understanding is centered around strengthening the protection of migrants' rights by strengthening mechanism for protecting their rights and increasing the awareness of their rights among the immigrants community, in addition to strengthening legal system and increasing awareness with basic rights. Under this agreement, the National Human Rights and Commissions of the International Organization for Migration will join their efforts. For the international scenes, at least 40 people were killed when a Lanker truck exploded after being hit. An accident occurred in the central Liberia. Police announced Tuesday the fire broke out in a tanker load with gasoline after fell into a hole. The roads are 130 kilometers from the capital, and the toll support on TV locally it's it is difficult to determine the number of victims because some of them turn into ashes, but estimated more were killed, about 40 people in this accident. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.